Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
So I was reading your lovely piece in, you're the author, by the way, of Idiot America, and you're a columnist for Esquire.com, for which I subscribe. So you wrote a lovely, you're welcome. So Gavin, what you wrote about Gavin Newsom v. Ron DeSantis, I love what you said about it, and I can't agree more, and I hope that the governor does. I hope that the DOJ listens to him and the sheriff in Texas. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, what is being done with these, migrant flights in Florida and in Texas, somewhere in there, something is illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be.
And there's certainly, since they go across state lines, certainly there's a role for the federal government to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a jurisdictional nexus here at all. I mean, at the very least, the FAA could keep the flights on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I agree with you on that, because they know what's going on. I assume they know who's on the plane.
I hope they do.
They should.
They're supposed to know everything in the air.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I believe it was Glenn Kirshner said that enticing somebody to get into a vehicle and then take them someplace else is kidnapping.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember Glenn saying that, and God knows he knows it better than I do.
Yeah.
I just think that the completely passive role that the federal government has played in this craziness is inexplicable to me.
Do you think they're investigating it and just not letting us know because it's a pretty tight-lipped DOJ?
Look. As I use a comparison to on a lot of things now. Jack Smith ran an entire grand jury in Florida, and we didn't know anything about it.
Exactly.
So anything's possible. But if they're running their investigation, this has gone on too long.
I agree. And
because more people are going to get hurt.
Gavin Newsom is fairly screaming about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I mean, and it was sure.
And the more you wait, and the more you put this off, the more people are going to get hurt.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, God help me. I hate myself for even thinking this, but one of these planes is going to go down.
Oh, don't say that. No.
No, but or the bus is going to, go through a guardrail or something.
It's possible.
And that's going to be a real mess.
Well, yeah. I mean, it just the virtue that that Abbott and DeSantis are using these people is just political pawns. Yeah. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. I mean, it's not like they're all signing insurance waivers before they get on the plane or get on the bus.
Right. Absolutely. No, it's dehumanizing, is what you were saying. I agree completely, and hopefully Garland is on it. Somebody is on it around, out of California and Texas and Florida. There's all of those folks.
I think the first step should be the FAA grounding all the flights.
Unless they know the passenger manifest, I don't see how they would know why they're on the plane. You know what I mean?
Well, you take a couple of FBI agents and you sit them in the airports.
There you go. Yeah.
And then you look. They have to board somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're using it. It's not like they're using a jetway.
Right. Yeah, these are private planes, correct?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and by the way, private planes are owned by somebody who is licensed by the federal government.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, unless the CIA is flying these things or something. But, therefore, there are licenses that can be pulled.
Very true. Very, very true. You're so smart. You also wrote how dumb Vice President Pence, who will never be president, asterisk Vice President Pence, when he talked about taxing billionaires. I mean, his answer... Oh my God!
It was corporations are people too, my friend, and the 47% freeloaders multiplied by about 12.
Right. I mean, I'll quote him. He said, "There's no question that the tax code today creates a lot of different carve-outs for people who can shelter funds, keep dollars away. I'm somebody that I don't really buy into the rich need to pay their fair share. When you look at the statistics, I hate when they bring up this one, of where we actually get our funding from the government, the top 10% of earners in this country pay about 90% of the money that goes into the federal Yes, because they pay higher dollar amounts, but they don't pay a higher percentage per se.
No, that's and it's all and I believe those figures are based on federal income tax.
Right. Not state income or sales or anything else.
Not taking into account the rest. Yeah. Well, that's the same thing they do with when they say when they use they don't pay any taxes regarding undocumented workers.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they pay taxes. They pay sales tax.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they happen to have a driver's license in whatever state, they pay taxes on that.
Yep. Well, and if they can get a fake Social Security card, they're paying into the system that they will never benefit from.
They're paying into FICA, sure.
You know.
And by the way, they'll never get the FICA money back.
Right.
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 Like the rest of us.
Right. Exactly. And then I loved
because for many of them, by the time they get to the age where they're going to get their FICA money back, they're living in Honduras again.
Right. They've moved home.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So a lot of our
or been sent home.
Been sent home. Exactly. Yeah. A lot of people that can fake it to get a job with a real paycheck and all of that stuff. They're never going to see that money.
No.
They're never going to see that money back. They're paying into Medicare and they're paying into FICA, and they will never benefit from that at all. So we're getting more money. Don't get me started. Get on a rant.
Yeah.
So I loved the woman at the Pizza Ranch restaurant who confronted who confronted him.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. She said, "Do you ever second guess yourself? That was a constitutional right that you had to send those votes back
Pence.
to the states." She said Pence changed history by refusing to send the election results back to. Can you please explain to her and what Mr. Pence said?
Well, I thought his answer to that one was pretty good.
It was a little McCain-ish.
It was a little what?
It was a little John McCain with the lady calling Barack Obama an Arab.
Yeah.
It was a little like that.
It was a little gentle, but believe me, one tries to be polite at the Pizza Ranch. I've covered enough Iowa caucuses to know.
Pizza Ranch sounds delicious.
Pizza Ranch is like Chuck E. Cheese for grown-ups.
Okay, got it.
The crowd is just no. You don't want to go there. Plus, the pizza's really not very good.
Oh, so
Okay.
it is Chuck E. Cheese then.
Yeah.
'Cause their pizza's not.
Yeah,
very
except
good.
they don't have a ball pit because everybody that goes there is 90 years old.
Oh man, do they have like shuffleboard then? I mean,
No, they don't have shuffleboard. They don't have canasta. They don't have any of that.
Do they have Pong? Because people that age play
Mahjong,
Pong.
maybe?
Yeah.
Some casino, some
Asteroids?
asteroids. That's our
Defender.
generation. There you go. Defender.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
That was the first game I couldn't play because it had more than one button. I couldn't play. It had too many buttons. That's when I gave up.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was actually pretty good at asteroids.
Yeah.
I was
But
pretty good.
it took a lot of quarters for me to get there.
I got really good at Galaga.
Okay.
Oh man, I could not play Galaga.
I liked Galaga, but my Centipede and Tempest were my games.
See, I started with Space
couldn't play
Invaders.
Centipede either. I couldn't shoot fast enough.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah, I started with Space Invaders. My sister Carrie was really good at that.
Uh-huh.
And then when they introduced Galaga, I was that, and I played it like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And I kicked ass.
Of course you
I
did.
hadn't played it in
Because you
forever.
had muscle memory
I was
from
just
it.
like, wow.
It's all muscle memory. I know.
Yep.
was amazing.
I had the same thing. I got decent at Defender
Uh-huh.
when I learned you could turn the little airplane around.
Yes. There's a
helps.
button for that too.
That helps.
Uh-huh.
It does help.
But I had the most fun, even though I wasn't very good at it. I had the most fun with Missile Command.
There you go.
Missile Command was good. Yeah, I mean, the thought of playing, global thermonuclear war wasn't fun, but the game itself was
Well,
good.
see, that's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about it. You could like blow up the Earth and not really do it.
Right? Yeah.
How war games of you. Now we're way getting into a rabbit hole, but because we're talking about this, you had some words to say to certain GOP lawmakers about the movie Barbie.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, really. They're organizing a hearing over a line on a cartoon map in the background of a movie.
Right.
You got to really want it to find something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have too much time on your hands as a member of Congress. To even if Disney did in fact put the line on the map so they could sell more DVDs in China, who the hell cares?
Yeah. I mean,
who's going to know it? I didn't know it.
Yeah.
It took me 2 tries to read the explanation of what I'm supposed to be angry about. I don't have the autonomic, nerves that the MAGA people do.
Yeah.
who can read this once and get angry.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to read it twice just to understand what I was supposed to be mad about.
Representative Gallagher said in a statement to Politico, I hope Warner Brothers clarifies that the map was not intended to endorse any territorial
God.
claims and was in fact the work of a formerly plastic anthropomorphic doll. Hello. Now, he's a Republican star, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Well, except he let them down because he was too chicken to run against Tammy Baldwin.
I don't think she's going to lose her seat. She's got a pretty strong hold, doesn't she?
I think so.
See, I always thought so. I think so. I don't know why she's on the vulnerable list, but they say, first of all, they can't seem to get anybody to run against her now.
Well, that definitely makes her not vulnerable.
So that's the way I'm thinking, but I'm not a Republican strategist.
Yeah, I love that you're right. Now he's after Barbie for being a comm simp, and then everybody knows she and Ken are Reagan Republicans. I love that. That's funny.
It's absolutely true. You know that.
They're not Reagan Dems, they're Reagan Republicans.
They're young California yuppies.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. I am looking forward to seeing the film, as we were talking about earlier. Apparently, It's fantastic.
The reviews that are coming out make it sound like really like highbrow and lowbrow at the same time.
My kind of movie.
Well, not only that, it's brilliantly cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I adore Margot Robbie, and Ryan Gosling is a perfect Ken.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then you have people like Issa Rae and
Kate McKinnon,
Simu Liu playing Barbies and Kens too.
Yeah.
So,
no, I think it's brilliantly done. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah,
film.
and Michael Cera is Alan.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Michael Cera is who?
Alan. Because there was
who's Alan?
Exactly.
He was a friend of Ken's.
Nobody remembers Alan. Alan was Ken's friend for a little while, and I guess Alan was with Midge.
Yes.
But both Alan and Midge were discontinued, and they actually go into this movie as to why.
Oh man. Well, everybody knows Alan moved to the Castro in San Francisco.
Yeah, with earring magic Ken.
With Midge.
Yeah.
With Midge. They were each other's beards.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Yeah. No, they were roommates. They were roommates and gave each other space.
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Charlie, so much for being here. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it.